Tyrone Cosey in the house. We got Felicia backing us up. Beautiful band. So rise in body or in spirit. I know you're going to want to stand up for this.
Yeah. Oh. My beautiful wife Felicia. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Come on, Sister Martha. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Come on, sing with us, come on. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't take it, the world can't take it away. Okay, here we go. Up to y'all now, here we go. This love that I have. Put your hands together. The world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. That's the word. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Oh. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Beautiful.
And that's how you open a service.
Beautiful. Good morning and welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. My name is Laurel Patterson.
And I'm Susan Angelos. Welcome to our service.
We want to greet and bless everyone who is watching online today. And your presence adds to our spiritual community, and we are grateful that you're with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Please join me in welcoming our featured musician, Tyrone Cosey. And we got a little taste of his music right now. And after the service, if you'd like to go out on the patio, he has a table. He'll be selling his, it's actually a thumb drive, his music. Digital music card. So go see him out on the patio after the service. We'd also like to thank the other musicians, Thomas on keyboards, Dusty on bass, Dan on drums, and Lisa is our song leader today. And one more person, Felicia. We'd like to thank all of you for your music. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Reverend Kristen will deliver today's message, entitled Earthrise, We Rise.
Before we begin, I invite you to turn your phones to silent as we enjoy this sacred service together.
And let's take a moment to be grateful for the land our center rests upon. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land.
We honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today and are grateful for those who were stewards of this land before us. We commit to taking care of these sacred native grounds and all Mother Earth.
Unity is a positive path for spiritual living, and our vision for the world is, and let's say this together, we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
Our mission is who we have come here to be. And again, let's say this together. We are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
If you are with us for the first time, welcome. If you feel comfortable doing so, please raise your hand so that we can give you a welcome packet.
Welcome. Thank you.
In addition to information about Unity, this welcome packet includes a $10 coupon you can use to attend a class or other event here at Unity. And welcome. We are so happy to have you with us today. We invite you to visit our Welcome Center, bookstore, cafe across the patio, and see Laurel here. And we hope that you'll stay with us and visit after the service.
Connection cards are available in that packet as well as in the seat pocket in front of you. These are for everyone. With this card, you may submit a prayer request and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
You may also share feedback, request information. Please place your card in the basket with the offering. For those of you who are watching online, the connection cards are available on the Watch Live page. Did you know that Unity offers a wide variety of weekly and monthly classes and groups? There's something happening almost every day.
For example, this Wednesday at 7 p.m. is the Heart Math cut-through process. And I saw Carolyn.
Yeah, she's right there.
Oh, there she is, Carolyn, who will be leading that. It's a proven method of using the power of our hearts and our collective coherence to restore harmony and peace to our systems.
That's you.
Oh, that's right. You can find more details about this event and many others in our ongoing events brochure. Be sure to pick up a copy on the patio after the service.
Are you ready to overcome self-doubt and step into your highest potential? Yay!
Yay!
Be sure to attend the Learning to Trust Yourself workshop on Sunday, May 4, with best-selling author Tama Keeves. In this inspiring workshop, you'll learn powerful tools to connect with your inner wisdom, take right actions, and attract opportunities through love instead of fear. Come discover how trusting yourself can unlock greater happiness, creativity, and abundance. And you can save $10 when you register online or in the bookstore by Friday, May 2nd.
And you're also warmly invited to a delightful afternoon filled with gratitude at our Volunteer Appreciation Day on Sunday, May 18th at 1 p.m. We'll begin with a ceremony to honor and celebrate your sacred service. So all those volunteers, everybody who's been a volunteer or thinking about being a volunteer, please come. We will begin with a ceremony to honor and celebrate your sacred service, followed by a delicious Celtic garden tea luncheon. That sounds good. Where you'll receive a special gift and a blessing. We'll have a professional photo booth and maypole dancing. Garden goddess attire is encouraged, and instruments are welcome. Please join us so we can celebrate you with joy and gratitude.
For more information and registration for all our events, please see our website and visit our welcome table across the patio. And now, Reverend Kristen has a special ceremony to share with us.
Are you all thinking about your garden goddess attire? You are. Carl is. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you. Happy Earth. Well, I know it's not Earth Day, but we're celebrating Earth Week, so happy Earth Week. And we have a very special ceremony today, too, to honor 14 new members. Yeah. So I want to bring these fabulous people forward, starting with Allie True, Annika Ananda, Carol Richardson, Charlie Polano, Cindy Tierra, Genevieve Cushion, Candy Jones, Lee Jaworski, Mark Liptkin, Pam Dykeman, Savannah Pavo-Rial, Stephanie Clark, and Susan Bennett. 11:30, so different. Lisa said something really beautiful between services. I'm sort of paraphrasing, but just about how much it means to her to have people step forward and want to be a part of our community in a meaningful way. So I think that might be where all of our applause is, and part of our applause is coming from anyway. So these folks, this amazing group has made a commitment to be a part of our community. And by welcoming all of you into membership here at Unity of Walnut Creek, we recognize some things about you. We recognize a lot of things about you, but I'm only going to highlight a few. Your desire to know the divine, to understand and to love and to live by these spiritual principles that we teach at Unity. Your desire to take responsibility for your own awakening and continuously commune with Spirit in prayer in your own way, whatever that expression is. Your desire to support Unity of Walnut Creek with your presence, your participation, your service, and your tithes. And so to all of you, if you are ready and willing to accept these responsibilities and dedicate yourself to these spiritual principles, please say, I am. All right. So for our ceremony, we have both a water baptism and an affirmation, or spiritual baptism, an affirmation of commitment. We're not going to do a full dunking. Those who are disappointed that something isn't rising up out of the out of the stage here, you've done that. Been there, done there, Annika says. But what we do have is some purified and blessed water from the Sacramento headwaters, so some local purified water. And I'm just going to say a blessing to each one, and this is a release, letting go of anything that might stand in the way of their next steps on their spiritual journey. these membership classes keep growing, we're going to have special services, separate services. So I want to invite everyone to speak together our affirmation of commitment now. Together, I affirm my dedication to Unity's spiritual principles as I understand them, and my willingness to seek, learn, and express them. I affirm my intent to behold and honor the divine spirit in others and myself, and to love, welcome, and include others to the best of my ability. I affirm my commitment to honor my body, soul, and our earth home by living in wholeness and unity with all life. I affirm my practice of prayer and meditation by maintaining a regular silent time and blessing and affirming others. I affirm my commitment to be a supportive and engaged member of this spiritual community by sharing my gifts of sacred service and financially contributing on a regular basis to support our spiritual home. Yes. I hope you recommitted, those of you who are already members, as you heard that. And I want to ask you all now for a commitment to make to our new members up here. Are you now affirming your dedication to support these new members in their spiritual growth, to welcome them into this family, and to behold the divine in them? If so, let's say, I am. I am. And we are gifting our new members today with a certificate of membership and a book. Would you like to do that, Laurel? I didn't even ask, but there you are, like an angel. Just right down the line. Yeah, no, they're right. Well, they'll trade if they're not. Thank you, Laurel. And thank you all. So the book is by Eric Butterworth, one of the formative Unity authors, and they get a certificate of membership as well. And now we want to bless you with a song, our new members, and invite everybody to sing and to bless our members. This is a song that was written by Lisa and Tyler Snortum-Phelps for this very occasion. So let's sing to our new folks and bless them in this way.
I behold divine in you, and I'm warmed by the flame in your heart. Oh, today you join our family, and we thank you for all that you are. Do that again. I behold divine in you, and I'm warmed by the flame in your heart. Oh, today you join our family, and we thank you for all that you are. Love binds us all. Love binds us all. Love binds us all. Love binds us all.
So, I know there's lots of joy in the house. It's hard to transition to meditation, but we'll go into a joyful internal meditation. So we want to invite you to take in the song and the guidance and some silence to become still.
All right, we'll take a deep breath and sing along if you know these words. Some of you will know them, even if you don't know the melody. Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukino Bhavantu. May all beings in the universe be at peace and filled with joy. May all beings in the universe be at peace and filled with joy. May all beings in the universe be at peace and filled with joy. May all beings in the universe be at peace and filled with joy. Amen. 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 Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu.
So let us breathe into our hearts this beautiful chant, this blessing of all beings in love and joy and compassion. Of our neighbors and our friends and our family, of our leaders, blessings to all the animals of the land and the animals of the sea and air. We bless all the insects and the plants. The waving grasses and the rivers and oceans. Mountains in the sky, crusty earth, and the fertile soil, the desert sand. Rock people. invite you to go to a favorite place in nature, your mind's eye. Let your senses open and begin to see and hear and feel and perhaps smell and touch and taste. Perhaps you'll think of a beloved pet, or have one beside you or in your lap. Maybe you'll be running through a field or playing in the ocean, climbing a mountain. See yourself and become yourself in that reverie of the natural world. Notice the aliveness in you. And just resting now in the silent time, in this scene, this experience, in the silence. Whatever natural scene you may have brought yourself to, take a moment now to connect even more sensually, perhaps letting the sand sift through your hand or the water, the fertile earth. Feel the earth. In your own way, give thanks to it, this water or this land, and how it supports you, loves you. giving your love back to it, to her. And carrying this moment with you to your next intimate moment with the earth. And to see these moments multiplied as they engender more care, more connection. Thank you, Spirit, as Earth, for blessing our lives in your many beautiful forms. And so it is.
Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings in the universe be at peace and filled with joy. May all beings in the universe be at peace and filled with joy. Amen. 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 Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu.
Oh, oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows in the north and south and sea. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oil's wasted on the ocean and upon our seas, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky, animals and birds are dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from man can she stand? Oh, 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 we need mercy, God. We need mercy more urgently. Help us learn to give and receive. There's no battle we cannot win. You are, we are the great I am. Let mercy heal the painful cry. Every mother who has sons that die. Lord, have mercy on our souls today. Oh God, let's make a way. Make a way. Come, let's love each other and agree. Things will get better if you just believe. I know, no. Love is both of us. Love, we need each other. Love just one of us. Mercy, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be, no, no. They're gonna get better. I know they get better. They got to get better. In mind they are better. They got to get better, right? Yeah.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. And not only did we get to hear from Tyrone today, but his wife Felicia was, if you were here for the opener, got to participate in that as well. Well, happy Earth Week, everyone. Yeah, if you were here as a part of the Tending Our Sacred Grounds yesterday to spiff up our place, our campus, please stand or raise your hand if you're not able to stand and let us acknowledge you. I see some of you shy folks not standing. It was really a beautiful day. Thank you. And I want to announce that immediately following this service, it's already unveiled. Is that on purpose? Oh, better go. Anyway, I'll tell you about it later. So as we honor the earth today, I want to also remember Pope Francis, who made his transition this week. I think we have a picture of Pope Francis there somewhere. He made his transition, so Sunday, I guess he did a surprise visit to Easter services, made his transition the next day, and the next day was Earth Day. I said, okay, mental note, that's when I want to go between Earth Day and Easter. But it's meaningful because this Pope was very vocal about his care for the earth. He wrote an encyclical in 2015 that was really influential, they say, of the Paris Climate Agreement, this pact between nations to lower the temperature of the earth. And so one of the many impacts he made was this care for the earth, so honoring that. thanks to Pope Francis. Almost 60 years earlier, when we think about, if we go through our history and we think about some highlights along the way that have raised our consciousness, one of them is an image that comes from Apollo 8, the moon mission in 1968. Bill Anders, the astronaut, took the shot. So you can see the cratery moon land there. And then they were so surprised, all of a sudden he said, "Oh my gosh, the Earth is rising." And he was able to capture this shot. And you can imagine the reverie for all of them that were on Apollo 8. And then to share this with us and the reverie that we have drawn from this image for so many years, and inspiration that has come from this. The nature photographer Galen Rowell said that it was the most influential environmental photograph ever taken. And because it inspired wonderment, and it inspired this sense of, wow, so beautiful, this precious planet. And to have that perspective, because of course when we're on the earth, we think it's this big, vast, amazing, and then to have that perspective from space, is just, it gives us that sense of the precious beauty that our earth is, and inspires a desire to want to care for it, doesn't it? Do you feel that when you see that image? That's been one of the many things that have come forward from that. And of course, we are very dependent on our Mother Earth, aren't we? The 12th century mystic Hildegard von Bingen was a nature mystic, and she talked about how Mother Earth carries us on her hip. And she also specifically said about her that it is this vigor, she says, that hugs the world, warming and moistening, firming and greening, so that all the creatures might germinate and grow. So in this deeper sense, when we consider Earth Day and we consider it from the spiritual lens, what I recognize is that this body that we have is the earth, is of the earth, and is one with the earth. And the earth's body is one with us. So when we care for this vessel, this body temple, there is a symbiotic relationship in caring for the earth. And when we care for the earth, we also care for this being that we are. So noticing if there is a separation for you, if you're not caring so well for your body, but you say, "Oh my gosh, I love the earth so much," or you're not so careful with the earth, and you take excellent care of your body. If there is a disconnect, recognizing, stoking that symbiotic relationship, because as we care for one, we care for the other. Our bodies really, if you think about it, our bodies look like the earth. Our bodies have mountains and valleys in them, don't they? Blue rivers of veins, If you think about all that plains, we have plains, right? And our bodies smell like the earth. Our bodies can smell like dust and dirt and ocean and rain and flowers. And so we are of that, made of water as well. And like the earth, we have seasons. We have seasons of our life, stages like seasons of our life, and also throughout a year, we have the seasons that affect our lives. And if we are in our natural rhythms, we act according to those seasons. So, for example, summertime is the time of the child. Summertime is a time of play. It's a time of recreation. It's a time of bright light. It's a time of exploring. It's sensuality. It's discovering the body in a way as it is connected to nature like children do. And fall is that time of reflection, transformation, change. It's a letting go season. It could be a moody season, and it's very much the adolescent in us, right, during that time. It can be an emoting time. It can be a time to kind of go inward into the cave and consider who we are, raise up and explore our identity. And then winter time is a time of rest, a time of nurturing, a time to be still. And it's that adult stage of life, and then it moves into that elder state of life that then gives our body back to the earth. And springtime, well, that's the time of spirit. renewal, resurrection, enlivening, coming alive once again, blossoming of our consciousness, all of that. And then we return to summer again. And round we go through the seasons. So when, children in summertime, and that idea of children, really, when we think about being a child, do you remember how you explored the earth as a child and the creatures of the earth? Or you've seen your children and your grandchildren do this, to be so enamored, let's say, with even the little insects, right? Little pieces of dirt and leaves and twigs, and how they can become playthings and imaginative things, and so on. Even our co-founder Myrtle Fillmore would talk about the joy that nature brought her. Particularly, she said that she was accused of being a nature worshiper when she was a child, and that nature, she says, is surely the glorified face of God. And our co-founder, Charles, her husband, he grew up on an Indian reservation, or near an Indian reservation. His father was a fur trapper, so essentially in the wilderness in a small cabin. And a very interesting thing happened to him. It's said that the local Native American tribal members came in full ceremonial dress, scooped Charles up as a baby, and took him away for hours and hours. And his mother didn't know where he'd gone, if he was going to come back. And he doesn't remember because he was so young, but he believes he was used for some kind of ceremony and then brought back safely to his mother. When I've read some of the things about indigenous people saying that there will be a time in our history when the white man will awaken, I think sometimes about that ceremony and what an awakened being our co-founder Charles was, and perhaps that ceremony was about planting the seeds of awakening and bringing the truth to the people at a new level. Who knows? We don't know. We can make up our stories, right? It's part of the mystery. I know I felt connected most to spirit in nature, particularly as a child. How many of you felt that way? Oh yeah, look around the room. Almost a full house of nature lovers. As Trey used to say, dirt worshipers, tree huggers, I'm one of those. So, the other day I was speaking of children and play and connecting with the earth. I was back by Sonder Creek Academy, the school that rents from us, and the kids were in the sandbox playing. And I noticed they had this little toy pickup truck, and in the dump truck area was a pile of worms. It had just rained. And I could tell that some kind of negotiation was going on. And so one boy turned to me and he says, "Do worms like sand?" And I said, well, they might like sand, but I think they like soil better. And so I could tell the ringleader was, trying to influence everyone to put the worms in the sand. And suddenly, without any words, they just scooped up that little toy truck and off they went to find some fertile land for those worms. And it was beautiful to me because no words were needed, right? Children can also sometimes be fast actors. And so we can take our cue from our children to be fast actors. Oh, the worms need soil? Well, get them over into the soil. The plant needs water, give it some water. The birds need the bird bath filled, fill it. Let's take that kind of action that says, I care. I care about you. We're in relationship with each other. The other thing about this interaction that was meaningful to me is I realized, it was a moment when I realized how impactful what adults do and say is for children. We may not think it. Sometimes kids act like they don't hear us or, don't care what we're saying. But we know from experience of being a child and being in influential roles, which means just being an adult, is that what we say and how we act does make a profound difference. In fact, how we act is even more so, right? So yesterday when we had our Tending Our Sacred Grounds, it was a multi-generational experience. And there were children here that worked alongside the adults in organizing and cleaning and weeding and landscaping, and even in preparing the plant-based potluck and then eating that together. And it was just such a beautiful experience. So when we can think about those kinds of things that will have an impact on children, we must do them. because it affects not only the next generation, but as the indigenous people say, 7 generations. Think 7 generations out. Of course, it affects into infinity, but think in that way. So what example are you setting for the children around you, for the next generation in your life? And what could you be doing differently? What are you teaching the people around you through your actions? So we talked about life, or we talked about our bodies being a part of this seasons of life. And our bodies are also very much like the earth's elements. There is earth, right? There is, obviously, the body itself is very earthy, and of course also made of water, and emotions are water. Our thoughts are like air, and the spirit in us like fire. So when we just reflect upon these things, when we're sitting by the fire, like the spirit within me, the fire within me, the passion within me, we begin to connect again and again into that relationship. And further still, the oneness that we share with the earth. In my first professional job, I was in a public relations firm called Ogilvy and Mather Public Relations in Chicago. And, I was finding myself, how we do in our 20s, a lot of us, just figuring it out, like, what is this identity going to be? What am I going to do in life? Who am I going to hang out with? Where am I going to live? All those big questions, right? And so it wasn't really me. There were parts of the job that I liked, and it was some aspects that were creative and fun, and some aspects it just wasn't for me. And so, including the dress, so I was in the business suit, the straight skirt and the heels and those, terrible, remember those nylon pantyhose things? So uncomfortable. So it was like stiff and uncomfortable for me, And I remember sitting in my boss's office one day, and she was giving me like all the things I was supposed to do, and it was like I couldn't hear a word. I was like an empty shell. And I literally had this feeling like my spirit was flying around the hallways, and I wasn't there. It was like a pretty clear sign, like, something else is happening here, that this maybe isn't your place. So a friend of mine was finishing her Peace Corps time in Africa, and she said, why don't you come over? And I said, I'm going to come over. So I took a 6-week leave of absence, and I went to Africa. And it was an amazing experience in so many ways, so formative for me. But the key was the aliveness, the connection with nature, the wild animals and the plains and the starry sky and all those things that, of course, we can experience here too, but, in a different way we do when we travel, when we come apart from our daily lives. And so it was just such an enriching, enlivening, soul-filled kind of experience for me, that I came back really completely changed in many ways. One of the experiences was we went into a Maasai village, and it was just my friend Laura and I and our guide. So we really had this very, intimate exchange with the people there. And, the children were very curious about us, and we were very curious about all of them. And, we toured their homes, which were little mud huts that you just kind of stepped in and looked around, and then that was all there was, maybe enough room for one person to lay down and a couple of little beings to lay down. And it just was such a different way of life. Here we came from the industrial world, it felt like, and we were meeting the natural world. And there was a Maasai woman there who was wearing this necklace that I said to my guide, I wonder if she'd be interested in trading jewelry. And so she assessed the situation by I just can almost feel her coarse hands on my wrist again, just running over those beads, feeling them. Like, it wasn't about looking, it was like feeling the material. And she said, no. See, she said they were too cheap. How about that? I had the money to fly across the world, right? To leave my professional job and all my business suits behind. And my bracelet was too cheap for this Maasai tribal woman. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's so beautiful to me, because what was she saying? She was saying, that's not of value because the material of which it is made is not close to the earth. I think they were plastic beads manufactured in California, you know? And she knew it. So when she says it's cheap, what she's talking about is what is of value? What is of value? In our minds, we might think about money, right? But I believe in her mind, it was about value. What do we value? We value what comes from the earth. We value the resources of the earth. We value the creativity of our hands and our senses, and our body is earth. And also, her necklace came from the witch doctor, which was very sacred to her and was about her healing. So that alone seems like enough to say no. So can we find, that story makes me think, can we find it in ourselves? And I know we have a whole societal, industrial process behind us that has made us who we are, for better or for worse. But could we find it in ourselves? A question for each of us to ask. To consume less and commune more. Because that's the key, isn't it? If we just commune with what is here, what is available, what is natural, and get off the cycle of constant consumption, we would do so much to help our earth. And it's a hard cultural thing to break, I know. But we can do it. Digging in the garden, right, gets us close and reminds us. All these things that remind us, lying on the earth, looking at the sky. We get reminded of the things we really value, what we really want to invest in. And we make a different investment than in ourselves, which makes a different investment in the earth, which blesses the generations to come. I sing the body electric, Walt Whitman wrote. And whenever a poet writes, people, all these different perspectives. What does that mean? I sing the body electric. And I think about just an infusion. For me, it's an infusion of energy and vitality and invigoration and aliveness. What I choose to do sings my body into that electric light that we talked about in the resurrection last week, juxtaposed between Easter and Earth Day, the transition of a spiritual leader that walks that idea of the resurrected light in the body. I sing the body electric. How do you do that? How do you sing your body electric? Religion has played a key part, hasn't it, in really the devastation of Earth, let's be honest. There has been a part that religion has played over the years to tell us that the body is less than, that the body temple is not so much a temple, but an earthly, pile of sinful flesh, which really then translates into the earth. And then there's been misinterpretation over the years of, humans are here to somehow dominate the life forms on earth. But that isn't ever what was really meant, right? We're stewards. We're in this walk together with the plants and the animals. And so there is this constant relationship going on. It only takes our presence to move to it and to heal whatever has happened before this in our teachings that have gotten us askew. It's from the same faulty playbook that these creatures have been and somehow put into this kind of superiority-inferiority complex with us. Many indigenous peoples say that the earth will resurrect herself. The question remains, will we? And what will save us is the shifting of our perspective. What Joanna Macy, the deep ecologist, calls the greening of self. This greening of self is a transition into an ecological self. And an ecological self is able to shift perspectives, not just see the world and experience the world through I, myself, but through all. That's the image of the greening self that Joanna uses. And so what she talks about here is that as we shift our perspectives, we begin to have empathy and compassion and understanding from the perspective of the tree or the animal or whatever it is we're interacting with. David Abrams really explains this well, I think, in his book, The Spell of the Sensuous. And in it, he talks about how a lot of times when we touch something, let's say like I'm touching the leaves of this flower, and it's like, oh, wow, that is so silky and soft and smooth and feels really good. And do we ever think about how does it feel for the flower to experience our touch? And so as we put ourselves in these different perspectives, then we are in the richness of that relationship. And so that is a part of our process of greening ourselves. Joanna tells about a story when she was giving a lecture at a university about some of the activism that was going on, the environmental activism. And she was talking about people having the courage to stand in front of the harpoons and the people that wanted to kill the whales, or stand in front of the tree between the person with the chainsaw and say, this tree is going to be protected by me. And this young man, Michael, one of her students, wrote to her afterwards this very poetic understanding of that. And he talked about what it feels like for the tree to be protected in such a way, to feel the grip of the tree hugger and the nails in its bark, and to feel that sense of, I care about you. And he talked about, from the perspective of the whale, how it is to face what he called bodhisattvas in rubber boots that were between the harpoons and allowed them to escape down into the deep sea, and the gratitude that the tree felt and the gratitude that the whale felt. It's a beautiful thing to begin to think in these terms about how we are all in this together. And we are walking each other home, as Ram Dass once said. When's the last time you ate? And did you eat as if you were having sacred communion? I know we did. Yeah, it felt like that yesterday to me at that plant-based potluck. I like pretty food, so it was really fun to see all the fruits and vegetables and all the colors spread out and the fresh smells. And so for some of us that's a part of the experience. If we slow down enough to be present to the textures and the colors and the experience, we generally will eat healthier because we're present. We're present to what we're doing. Communing, not just consuming. So Mary Oliver talks about this in a really beautiful way. Talk about poets. I mean, poets are the best at really expressing all of this, aren't they? You know Mary Oliver? Some of you know Mary Oliver, yeah. So she talks about making her way to God through a slice of melon. This comes from her book, Thirst. Every morning, she says, I want to kneel down on the golden cloth of sand and say some kind of musical thanks for the world that is happening again another day. From the shawl of wind coming out of the west to the firm green flesh of the melon, lately sliced open and eaten, its chill and ample body flavored with mercy. I want to be worthy of what? Glory. Yes, unimaginable glory. O Lord of melons of mercy, I am climbing toward you. And that is an example of slowing down and enjoying a piece of cantaloupe, right? And seeing the God in the experience, the God in us. Yeah. John Seed said, may we turn inwards and stumble upon our true roots in the intertwining biology of this exquisite planet. May nourishment and power pulse through these roots and fierce determination to continue the billion-year dance. So every step, right? Sole of our foot to earth is our soul awakening, our soul being reminded, our soul self-remembered. And when we are soul, we are soil. And when we are soil, we are soul. So I want to invite us to commit, to recommit, to care for our earth, to care for our bodies, not because it's the moral imperative or the thing you should do or have to do, but because you are in this beautiful symbiotic relationship with Mother Earth and all creation. Let's say it together. I am the body of sacred earth. Earth rise, I rise, we rise. And so it is. Thanks to everyone online.
Nicely done. The Beatles. Gotta love it. Pull this down a little bit. Because Kristen's about a foot taller than I am. Of course, so is Laurel. But thank you. And to all of the people who created these beautiful roses, thank you. These are exquisite.
Our prayer chaplains are available after the service to provide personal prayer support. If you're a prayer chaplain serving today, would you please stand? Our prayer chaplains wear the purple stoles, the new purple stoles.
Whether you have a joy or a concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness.
And I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity. It could just change everything. And now, let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. Woohoo! We cheer and celebrate that because we know that as we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. Abundance is our true nature. And so now let us open our hearts and prepare our gifts.
For your convenience, there are a variety of ways to financially give to this community, shown on the screen in front of you. For those who are watching online, there is a donate button on our Watch Live page. We encourage everyone to set up regular and automatic giving to Unity using your bank's free bill pay service.
So now I invite you to take your tithe or your offering in your hand and repeat the affirmation together. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled
and grateful.
And we are so grateful for your generosity. And so it is.
Hello, family. Thank you for having me back. I appreciate being here. Greetings from Heart and Soul and from East Bay Church of Religious Science. Felicia and I are a two-church member. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you for your message about the planet, about the earth. I hope this song ties into that a little bit. On a clear day, rise and look upon you. and you'll see who you are. Yes, you will. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near a world you never ever heard before. And on a clear day, come on, you can snap it, it's okay. On a clear day, you can see forever and never and never and never more. Yeah. On a clear day, how it will astound you, and you'll see who you are. Yes, you will. On that clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near a world you never ever heard before. And on a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever and never more. You can see forever and ever and ever and never more. Bum, bum, more. You can see forever, forever. You can see forever, ever, forevermore. On a clear day, on a clear day, on a clear day, on a clear day, you can see forever. You can see forever. You can see forever, 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 ever. On a clear day, on a clear day, on a clear day, on a clear day, on that clear day.
Thank you for your clear voice on this clear day. And thank you, Spirit, for this abundant good that Pat is holding here that is overflowing, because it overflows from your heart of giving. Thank you, Spirit, for generosity, received and given again, just as we keep receiving and giving with earth. a great celebration, this prosperity dance, this earth dance. Let's bless it together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. So it is. Thank you. Let's bring the kiddos.
All right, kiddos. We are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you. The light in you and the light in me are one. Oh yeah.
Good morning. How are you today? Good? Yeah, happy Earth Week. We just keep going with it. Just day after day, it's been awesome. And that's what we were working on today. Who wants to share what we did today? Evie.
Today we read a story about Earth, like I am, and stuff that are on Earth. We also painted rocks for a rock snake over in front of the labyrinth. And we're also making more plants in our garden.
Oh my gosh, you should have seen them planning this garden and grabbing all the tools and raking and digging and figuring out where they're going to put their seeds. And we're doing wildflowers and calendula this year. Calendula is a symbol of abundance. So yeah, it's going to be pretty back there. So these kids were working hard. It was really fun to just watch them plan it. And it's truly the children's garden this year. So. Sure. So she mentioned the rock snake. Anyone see it on their way in today? Okay, so it's the year of the snake, and we have a sacred serpent here now. Brindley made this awesome, you'll see it out there. It's on front of the labyrinth by the parking lot. She made the head. And then yesterday for the Tending Our Sacred Grounds Earth Day cleanup here, people were invited to paint a rock and contribute to the snake. And it's going to be a woven story of collective art and creativity from Unity folks. So we invite you to paint a rock and leave it there at the snake and just take a moment to check it out there today when you see it. And think about what story you want to share with the snake and have it there at the labyrinth. And so the kids were painting their stories today. We had stories like Glitter Flamingo. And stories like what? SpongeBob. So I don't know what your story is you want to share with Unity and weave it into the sacred serpent, but I'm excited to see how this literally grows and evolves, right? So thank you.
Oh, all together. Okay. All right, they were all together as one today, so let's bless the all together as one, children, youth, and teachers. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you. I've got one more announcement, and that is that right after this service on the patio, we are going to unveil and bless a really special piece of Earth Care artwork. Yeah. It was done by David Brooks and Nancy LaGiacono, and they're going to tell you a little bit about it when we gather out there.
Well, I'm excited. All right, so we're going to close out with Wherever I Am. Please rise in body or spirit. If you want to take this in through your heart, put your hands on your heart. If you like to hold hands, let your neighbor know. Check your neighbors, make sure everybody's in agreement. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are,
are the light and the love and the peace on earth right now. So let your light shine. Have fun and spread joy.